Hey guys, this is a quick review of Jason Ferruggia's Renegade diet. I have to admit, if you read my blog, I've been looking forward to the release of this diet for the better part of a year. There's been a lot of buzz on the internet lately about intermittent fasting, and Ferruggia's Renegade diet takes the concept of intermittent fasting and adjusts it for simultaneous muscle gain and fat loss, which is basically what we're all looking for. Here's a look at the sales page. As you can see, Jason calls it the most effective body recomposition plan ever. One thing that Jason focuses on is health, and he says that statistics show our hunter-gatherer ancestors to have had significantly more muscle and less body fat than the average person does today. There were also fewer chronic diseases like those so prevalent nowadays, and before you can worry about fat loss, you have to get healthy. Once you get healthy, everything else falls into place, which is a pretty novel concept. Basically, Jason says that to gain muscle without fat, you have to ignore everything you've heard from the supposed experts, like the 6 small meals a day myth that's recently been debunked. Obviously, the most important part of any diet is whether it gets results or not. So here are some real-world results from the Renegade diet. Um, Gained 23 pounds of muscle, lost 10 pounds of body fat, gained 21 pounds of muscle, lost 36 pounds of body fat, lost 39 pounds of body fat. I mean, these are amazing results. Lost 16 pounds of body fat, lost 13 pounds of body fat, lost 14 pounds of body fat. Inside the Renegade diet, you'll discover why breakfast is not the most important meal of the day, how to fix low test levels, how protein consumption can actually cause you to gain body fat, how to speed up your recovery between workouts, when to eat carbs and when to avoid them like the plague, how to strengthen your immune system. That's something a lot of people overlook. How the models of the classic Greek statues got that ripped. Then there's professional praise of the Renegade diet. Zach Evanish from the Underground Strength Gym. Adam Bolden from Livestrong. Chase Carnes, national level strongman competitor, all have great things to say about the Renegade diet, obviously. Then the frequently asked questions. Is the Renegade diet just for fat loss, or can I use it to gain muscle? And obviously Jason says you can use it for both. Can it work for vegetarians? Absolutely. There's even a section in the book that addresses that. Do you need any special supplements? No, and Jason goes over the supplements that he uses in the book. Does the diet work for females? Again, absolutely. Is it a low-carb diet? Not necessarily. There's a low-carb portion, and then you take in your carbs after your workout. Is it hard to follow? Not in the slightest. Do you get junk food? Again, all your junk food is post workout, like pizza, pasta, ice cream occasionally. How long do you stay on the Renegade diet? This is the best part, is it's not really a diet, it's more of a lifestyle. So it's a long-term solution, not a quick fix. How soon can you expect to see results? And most people see fat loss results in the first few weeks. Now we'll take a quick peek behind the scenes, basically, give you a look at the actual book and what you'll get. The Renegade diet, losing fat and gaining muscle simultaneously, is now a reality. There's some more praise in here from other fitness professionals. Here's a look at the table of contents. Problems we need to fix: low testosterone level, high estrogen levels, high cortisol levels, adrenal fatigue, poor insulin sensitivity, a toxic liver, severe inflammation, high acidity in the blood, and poor digestion are all covered in this section. Dietary myths: breakfast is not the most important meal of the day, the myth of eating every 2 to 3 hours, infrequent eating sends you into starvation mode, when actually it's been proven that metabolic rate is not negatively affected from complete fasting for 60 to 92 hours. The myth that high protein levels are needed for muscle gain, or a huge excess of calories are needed for muscle gain. Then he goes over the basic premise, which is 14 to 16 hours of fasting, followed by 8 hours of feeding. And he also goes over the hormonal effects of intermittent fasting. He goes over the fasting phase itself, then the under-eating phase, and then the overeating phase, and how to plan all the 3 phases. Losing fat and gaining muscle simultaneously. He goes over the protein, carb, and fat requirements, and how to modify it, whether your goals are predominantly fat loss or predominantly muscle gain. How to fix your broken metabolism. More muscle gain modifications. Morning training options. Intermittent fasting is better suited to afternoon, evening training sessions. However, this is not always possible. So Jason explains how you can make it work if training in the morning is your only option. What I personally do, this is another pretty cool section that you rarely see in diet books, where Jason tells you exactly, how he uses a diet to get success himself. The supplement section, what Jason recommends, this is a cool section where he has a short list of supplements that actually work. There's no hype involved. It's actually only 6 supplements, but it's a solid recommendation, and it's basically all you need. There's a 12-step quick start guide. For those of you who don't like to read instructions like me, this is a great quick start diet. You can get started on the diet immediately, and then you can go back and read the rest of the book and figure out why you're getting such great results if you want. The Renegade Diet Rules is a bullet point list that should answer most of your questions as far as what you should and should not do on the Renegade diet. Then he includes a shopping list, training considerations. This section shows you how you can adjust your training to get the most out of the Renegade diet. Again, whether you're training for maximum fat loss or maximum muscle gain. And then there's a full Q&A section to cover anything that you missed in the main part of the book. After seeing all this, it's no surprise that the Renegade diet right now is currently the #1 selling diet book on the market. And since it's a ClickBank product, you get a 60-day money-back guarantee. I will say this, if you follow the Renegade diet to the letter for 60 days, you're not going to need it to return it, but it's a nice thing to have just in case. Like all of Ferruggia's programs, it definitely lives up to the hype and delivers the results. When you're ready to get started on a Renegade diet and you want to get in the best shape ever, just click on I'll put a link in the description you can click on.